Hotly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing this spacey blend with the BellaBeauteBar, Brittany Huffman, and Ellie Starr Best Mattes palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Hi, hello. Today I'm doing a look with the Best Mattes palette, the Ellie Starr and Brittany Huffman and BellaBeauteBar palette. I love it so much. And I'm going to use these stencils from Definition Beauty, the Fire Sign stencils, and we're going to do a fun, creative space look. Space looks are my favorite, so I figured why not use the Best Mattes palette because it's really, really good. So I'm starting out with the Makeup Shack T66 brush and the dark purple from the Best Mattes palette, and I'm focusing it on the outer V of my eye, and I'm winging it out just a little bit and just kind of getting that shape nice and built up. With that same brush that I just cleaned off, I'm taking the dark blue and I'm adding it from the center of my crease and moving it in towards the inner half of my lid and my crease area just to get it nice and packed on. I'm so sorry. I am just like struggling with talking today, but I feel like that's how it usually is. But I'm just getting that shade nice and built up, and I'm going to work on blending it with that dark purple, and I felt like this was really already starting to give me the spacey blend. The Makeup Shack T65 brush, I'm blending out the dark blue with the more true blue shade from the Best Mattes palette. The blues in this palette are seriously gorgeous. Like, if you love blue, yeah, this is the palette for you with the blues. So now I'm taking a fluffier brush from the Makeup Shack, and I'm taking a more dark pink to blend out that purple, get everything nice and softened. I felt like this was really kind of giving the galaxy look with these colors together, and let me tell you, the dark pinks, the purples, the reds in this palette, like, they make me want to do a fall look. So if y'all want a fall look, please let me know, because I'm itching to do one with the Best Mattes palette. I'm just winging this out, and I'm going back in and touching up that dark purple, really getting it nice and pigmented and making sure that we have a nice and smoky blend, and it's gonna help to create depth with this look. Blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. Now I'm taking the kind of seafoam shade from the Best Mattes. It's above the yellow, and I'm going to use that to blend out the blues. It's a nice soft transition shade, and for good ones of those, I'm telling you, Best Mattes. This palette really is like a game changer. I had never tried anything from BellaBeauteBar until I received this palette, and oh, I am in love. So with the more neon salmon shade, I'm going to brighten up the purple pink blend by blending out those shades with this gorgeous shade, and I feel like it really made it look a lot more neon and gave it that nice, rich, smoky, like, just packed a special punch. Like, it's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the pastel blue and start to use that to really diffuse the blue blend and make sure everything is nice and softened up. For this, I'm taking the Makeup Shack T63 brush. I feel like I like it because it's not like big fluffy, but it's fluffy enough and it's not super dense. So then I went into the pastel pink to do the same thing on the purple pink blend, just to make sure everything is nice and diffused, softened up, and just so pretty. With the Makeup Shack T14 brush, I'm touching up the dark pink shade and just bringing it back. Like I said, blending is repetitive, but it's worth it. I felt like this really added some nice depth and dimension to the look by going in and touching it up. With the dark blue shade and the Makeup Shack T14 brush, I'm going to go and bring it back. I'm going to just start to blend it into the crease, back and forth windshield wiping motions. That way, this will have some depth in the crease and make it look more smoky. I just really like going in and touching up the darker shades to make sure that they're defined. I'm going back into the more true blue shade to soften the blend up and make sure it's seamless. And then with the Makeup Shack T63 brush, I'm going to dip back into the pastel blue just to make sure that everything is nice and diffused. So I took some micellar water on a Q-tip and I'm going to clean off my lid and clean out the crease. I do this before I carve the crease out. Unfortunately, my camera had died and I didn't quite realize, and I didn't get the footage of cutting my crease this time, so I apologize. But I just take some micellar water on a Q-tip, make sure that crease is nice and clean, and then I just follow where it is clean and carve out with the clean canvas in Fair. The realization that I got no footage of carving my crease out aside from this. I'm taking the Doe Color number 10 brush and popping a bit of the dark purple on the edge of my base and making sure that it's nice and diffused and just kind of, where it's not super obvious that I carved it because it's kind of welly. Well, Julie, what is that? Where it is just like more blended together. With the Doe Color number 14 brush, I'm taking Mystic Mountain from Terra Moons Cosmetics and adding it on the outer third of my lid. I'm just going to pop that on to the outer third. I'm going to try to avoid the center of my lid. I did this a little bit differently. I actually did this like August the 3rd. I'll have to look because I was doing the other eye and the rest of my face on video chat with my friends. But anyway, yeah, so I did this a little bit differently. I just took that shade and made sure it was on that outer third and blended it with that dark purple. Now I'm patting some of it on with my fingers so that it'll pack a nice sparkly punch. I'm dipping into the Cosmos and adding it to about the inner third of my lid. I think it's a little bit more than a third. Anyway, like the center bit between Mystic Mountain and the Cosmos. Well, I thought that I didn't. Anyway, I'm going to pop on a different shade like in the center of my lid, but I'm taking the Cosmos with this brush. I have no idea what I was doing. So originally, this wasn't the look that I was planning on doing, but is what I ended up doing. So I'm taking it from the inner corner of my lid and bringing it over towards Mystic Mountain. And the Cosmos is such a gorgeous shade. So I'm going back in with a little bit of Mystic Mountain and getting it nice and blended together before I take a little bit of Astral on my finger and pat it more so in the center of my lid. I said the center. I'm really just using Astral to like kind of pop it between the Cosmos and Mystic Mountain because it, to me, I guess, like when I did it, I was like, oh yes, like this is the way these are shifting. It's very nice. But Astral was one that I got on sale from the sale and I really, really like it. It's such a gorgeous shade. With the Cleona DF04 brush, I'm going back into the Cosmos to touch it up and get it nice and blended with Astral. And then I'm tapping some of the dark purple onto the side of my lid to blend it with Mystic Mountain. And now we're going to doodle. So I'm taking the Suva Hydra Liner in Dance Party to fill in my star. And then I'm going to take Space Panda to do the line and the moon. But I'm just really focusing this liner on the points of the star right now. and then I will fill it in. So I'm starting from the point and then extending the arms and then kind of angling it downwards to kind of fix where I took off where the stencil was while I was carving out my crease and adding the sparkles. So I'm just kind of like angling it downwards and giving it a little leg. So I'm kind of taking it and starting from where I kind of like went out with it, kind of angling it upwards so that it will give it like a V between what would be the bottom points, and then starting to fill it in to get the shape nice and star shaped. With the Suva Hydroliner and Space Panda, I'm just going to start to make the line for like the shooting star, starting from the inner corner of my eye area, bringing it up and over, and I'm going to kind of place it between the arm and the leg of the star. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to run it up through the crease, and I'm going to widen it, like starting from around the center. And then I'm going to take it and place it between like the arm and the leg and kind of give it that shooting star effect to where it also kind of fixes if I had messed up on the star. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this might be the Default Beauty Lounge Mantra Liner, the pastel, because it looks a little purple from sitting here looking at it. But anyway, I would take Space Panda to fill in the moon. But with the moon, I did the same thing as I did with the star. I really focus on looking at where I can see my skin, and I focus on putting the liner in there to get it filled in. And for the moons especially, I feel like it makes it so much easier, because if I try to freehand a crescent moon, that tries my patience. I don't know why. I'm just like, hey, it's kind of like a little toenail, if you will. It's kind of what I think of when I see a crescent moon in the sky. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah. But anyway, I just kind of like try to fill it in, and it gives nice sharp points at the points of the moon. There was the sigh of relief that I had it all filled in, and it was time to just kind of go over things and make sure they had that nice, powerful, colorful color to them. I cannot word, oh my gosh. And now I'm going to doodle a Saturn. So I take a nail dotting tool, and you can use whatever kind of liner you want. I did use the Default Beauty Lounge Mantra liners for this one, and my footage got blurry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened here. But anyway, I'm taking the nail dotting tool, and I'm doing like a half circle on one end and a half circle on the other end, and to make it the full circle. But I'm doing a more of a ombre Saturn. I was using like pastel purple and pastel like minty blue, and making sure that I got them nice and blended together to have a cute little circle. While that was drying, before I put the ring, I doodled a star. This is the Default Beauty Lounge Mantra liner, the neon one. I used the neon pink. So for the gleam, I did like a little leg kind of kicking outward, brought it up to make the point, and did the same thing on the other side. So it was like an upside down V, and then I took the brush and brought the leg, like took from the leg, I brought it in and then angled it downwards and extended the legs a little bit, then brought it down to make a regular kind of like V, so it was more gleam shaped. Now that my little circle is dried, I'm going to take some of that Suva Hydroliner and Dance Party to create the ring around Saturn. And this, just looking at it while I'm editing, is bothering me. I so apologize that it is not super in focus. Like, I need to do better about that next time. So if you are having the not greatest of time seeing how I'm drawing the Saturn, let me know and I can do another look and show you how I did it if you would like. But I really just kind of take that liner and I start from one point of the circle, kind of bring it out a little farther, and then kind of make it look like it's wrapping around. But on the sides, I'm really just kind of flaring that liner out a little wider. So then I added some more gleams and doodled some more stars. And for the gleams, it's pretty much the same thing as the other one. Just kind of making a line, but kind of curving it, and then doing the same thing on the other side. So like make it pointy and extend it. So like a upside down V and a regular V put together. I feel like I always try to explain these in alphabets, like letters, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, because sometimes I'll be like, yeah, like an A, which is how I feel like when I'm doing stars like this. Like I kind of feel like I'm drawing like an uppercase A, but then instead of like putting the line in the center, I'm just like giving it two little arms and then extending the points.
Alright, I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I feel like there's been so many voiceover bits. I apologize. Today I was kind of in a hurry to get this look finished, and I wasn't sure if I was going to add gemstones, so I added the Angel Baby gemstone pack from Manic Gems. Just kind of placed it between. But today is the first day in a hot minute that I got to video chat with my friends and do makeup, and I've missed them so much because lately I've been so withdrawn from everything. Like, I talked to my mom, talked to my brother, talked to my cousins, talked to my husband, talked to my dad, but I just feel like I shut myself off from everybody else. So when we were planning on doing makeup today, I was like so excited. So that's kind of one of the reasons why this was a voiceover, and the other reason is trying to doodle this. It would have been a disaster while I tried to talk through it. But yes, I really want to thank you so much for watching and coming along this wild journey with me where I have no idea what I'm doing other than painting on my eyelids. I really appreciate you watching. It really means so much, and I can't thank you enough. And I just want my space here, my channel, I would like for it to just be a place to relax and chill and have fun and doodle and do different color combinations and all kinds of stuff. Like, makeup to me is like my escape, so I would like to like try to be that for whoever needs it, because when I started watching YouTube videos and started learning how to do makeup, that was kind of what it was for me when I started watching other people and learning how to do makeup and stuff. It was like kind of like my little me time where I felt like, okay, cool, and like watching creators over time and being like, wow, this person's cool. Like, I don't know, I just want this to be a fun, happy, safe space where we can talk about whatever. And yeah, and that's another reason why I like to be open about how I have been doing mentally, because sometimes it's best to just talk about it, because we all have mental health, and sometimes it's just best to let it out. Okay, this was such an awkward outro. Like, I apologize, and I forgot, like, look, okay, let's see. It is 9:30 at night. I cooked dinner like an hour and a half ago, and I'm in like getting ready for bedtime mode, so I apologize for this outro being what it is, a mess. But I feel like I'm like the conductor of the Hot Mess Express, so it's kind of fitting. Okay, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you'd like to see next down in the comments below. If you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I'll have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I am here on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!